Hi everyone, I am Lahari R Gowda from Arvind International School. I am studying in HS3D. Our school has been organized online classes for us. I especially thank to my chairman sir Mr. M. K. Ashok sir and to all my teachers, and I thank to my science teacher Chethan sir. And in by life process, the process in which living organisms perform maintenance functions are called life process. Diffusion to meet the oxygen requirement of multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms such as human possess complex body design. Multicellular organisms are not in direct contact with the outside environment. And what do you mean by criteria of living organism? Visible movements such as walking, breathing, or growing in generally used to decide whether something is alive or not. Presence of life processes is a fundamental criterion that can be used to decide whether something is alive or not. And outside raw materials used by an organism. An organism use outside raw materials mostly in the form of food and oxygen. The raw materials required by an organism vary deeply of on a complexity of the organism and its environment. What are the processes essential for maintaining life? Nutrition, respiration, transportation, reproduction, excretion. What is nutrition? The process of obtaining energy through consumption of food is called nutrition. What is autotrophic nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which an organism prepares its own food is called autotrophic nutrition. Green plants and blue-green algae are examples of autotroph. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process by which autotrophs take in carbon dioxide and water from the outside and cover them into carbohydrates in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. What are the steps of photosynthesis? Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, conservation of light energy to chemical energy, and splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen, reduction of carbon dioxide and carbohydrates. Photosynthesis in desert plants. Desert plants take up carbon dioxide at night and prepare an intermediate which is acted upon by the energy absorbed by the chlorophyll during the day. Raw materials of photosynthesis. Water comes from soil through the xylem tissue in roots and stem. Carbon dioxide comes in the leaves through stomata. What are chloroplasts? The green dot-like cell organelles which contain chlorophyll are called chloroplasts. Next, what is stomata? The tiny spores present on the surface of the leaves are called stomata. What are the functions of stomata? Exchange of gases, loses large amount of water during transpiration. What is God cells? The bean-shaped cells on either side of stomata are called God cells. What are the functions of God cell? The function of God cell is to regulate the opening and closing of stomata. Function of God cells. The function of God cell is to regulate the opening and closing of the stomatal pore. And next, control of stomatal pore. The God cell swells when water flows into them, causing the stomata pore to open. Similarly, the pore closes if the God cells shrink. Stomata in desert plants. In desert plants, temperature is very high, so some stomata are closed to reduce the loss of water due to transportation. Desert plants are adapted to take up carbon dioxide at night when stomata are open. The carbon dioxide taken up in the night prepares an intermediate compound which is acted upon by the energy absorbed by the chlorophyll during the day to prepare food. Next, Next, importance of nitrogen.
Nitrogen is an essential element used in the synthesis of protein and other compounds. It is obtained from the soil in the form of inorganic nutrients, or it is taken up as organic compound which has been prepared by bacteria from atmospheric nitrogen. And next, what is heterotrophic nutrition? The type of nutrition in which organisms are dependent on other organisms for their food requirement is called heterotrophic nutrition. Example: animals, fungi, and bacteria. And next, what is saprophyte? Organisms that break down the food materials outside the body and then absorb it are called saprophyte. Example: fungi like bread molds, yeast, and mushrooms. How do mushrooms obtain food? Organisms like bread molds and mushrooms break down the food materials outside the body and then absorb it. And what do you mean by allozoic nutrition? The types of nutrition in which organisms take in whole material and break it down inside their body is called allozoic nutrition. What is nutrition in paramecium? In paramecium, which is a unicellular organism, the cell has a definite shape and food is taken in at a specific spot. Food is moved to this spot by the movement of cilia, which cover the entire surface of the cell. And next, what is alimentary? And next, what is alimentary canal? The long tube extending from mouth to the anus is called alimentary canal. And next, function of saliva. The lining of the canal is soft. The food we eat must be wetted to make its passage smooth. This is achieved by mixing with food with saliva secreted by the salivary glands. And next, enzymes in saliva. The saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase that breaks down starch with its complex molecule to give sugar. Peristaltic movement. Peristaltic is a contraction and relaxation of the muscle of the digestive tract to move the food through the digestive system. And next, function of HCl in stomach. The function of hydrochloric acid is it makes the acidic medium which is necessary for the action of gastric amylase like pepsin. It kills most of the harmful bacteria. Function of small intestine. Small intestine receives the secretion from liver and pancreas. Small intestine is a site of complete digestion of carbohydrates and proteins and fats. Function of bile juice secreted by the liver. Bile juice makes the food coming from the stomach alkaline, and it increases the efficiency of enzymes action by breaking down the fat into similar globule. And next, function of pancreas. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice which contain the enzymes trypsins for digesting proteins, and it also produces the enzymes for breaking down emulsified fat. Thank you.